So we welcome our YouTube channel as well. So this is an 18-inch grapevine that I'm starting tonight, and it is going to be done in Christmas. It says Merry Christmas on it. It's got the red little truck on it. So I got a great big Christmas pick, a beautiful frosted pick. I've got some red berries that I'm going to cut up. And I've got some little glittered pieces that I'm going to cut up. So we're just, not that hydrangea, but we're just going to cut and mix all this together. Okay? So I have literally been working on orders all weekend in my time that I was not working or with my kids and husband. So I have not gotten the rest of August calendar finished. I'm hoping to have that done for y'all by tomorrow night. So bear with me. It is coming. More projects, free classes to come this month. September the 1st is our next bow class. So be sure to write that down. If you need help with bows, I will be more than happy to assist you. So please watch for that event. It's under events on my Facebook page. Okay, so homecoming season has started. I got 2 orders today actually, and school has not even started yet. So I'm just tearing this large pick apart, y'all. It's all floral taped together. So you just tear apart what you need it to. And so if you have a child that lives in Texas, and hello, Miss Lynn. Hi, Miss Deanne. Hi, Miss Jan, Miss Marie. If you have a child that lives in Texas and you do homecoming mums, you can go to my Facebook page post, and there is a homecoming mom post on there. You can like it, like my page, share the post, and tag 3 friends in it. I'm giving away a homecoming mom worth $150 to a lucky winner on September the 1st. So be sure to tag your friends in it, share it, and check out that. I do all the schools, all the colors. So just let me know what you need and we'll get you hooked up, and good luck on all that enter to win that. Congratulations to our winners of the hot pads the other night. Those are going to go out in the morning for all the winners. There were 3 winners. My list is in the kitchen, so I don't have it in here. I've already got them packaged up. I've just got to get my little tags done. So congratulations to all of y'all. So thank you all so very much. So I'm just going to continue tearing this apart because I can't really put this great big piece on there by itself. So these big stems, usually people stick them in a vase or a big tall something by the fireplace, and they use this whole stem. So they come on a great big stem to actually stick them down in something by the fireplace. But because I love all the frosted look and there's so much snow on this little truck, I want to tear that one apart and use it how I need to on this piece. So I'm going to get rid of this stem real quick. I'm wiggling y'all around here. Sorry, guys. Hi, Miss Marianne. Hi, Charlie. There's Charlie, y'all. He's at work tonight, so he doesn't get to be with us. He was so sweet, y'all. I'll have to post a picture of my beautiful flowers that he got me for my birthday. It was so sweet. I always tell him not to do that because I always feel bad because they cost so much money. And he just came out with this huge arrangement. I was like, what are you doing? It was so sweet. So I want to turn this to where all the frosted side is actually up. Okay, I'm not going to glue anything down because I want to make sure that I'm going to have enough and add it in as I want to. Then I'm going to come onto the other side and add a big bow. We'll probably put a little accent bow up here at the top and then put a big bow over here on the side. So the main thing is just play with the flowers, move them around. Once you get them kind of where you want them, then you can go back in and actually do your glue. These longer pieces I like to put down behind it to drape down. And you can bend them a little bit. It's not going to hurt it at all. And we still got this big, beautiful frosted piece. We'll probably tuck it up underneath here. For those of y'all that missed our garland class the other night, it is still available. I posted it in the Etsy shop actually late yesterday afternoon. Hopefully y'all can see it. It's not showing on my side, but if I go out of it and go in as a regular person and out of my account, I can definitely see it there. But y'all check it out, and it is listed in the Etsy shop. It's a beautiful piece. It ended up being very pretty. And it's a 6-foot pine garland. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are always so sweet. And this little berry stem I had found too. I love the frosted look. Y'all, when I was a little girl, we lived in Indiana, and we always got to see snow. But we moved here in 1980 to Texas, and I've not been able to really be in much snow since then. And so they, especially in Texas, I just love that look because we don't get to see it very much, you know? So it's always fun to be able to see beautiful pieces like that. So I also have these red berries, but I'm not going to use them because, as you can tell, they're not frosted. So I don't want to put them in there without them being frosted. Now, you can buy that No Fire Snow, and it's used for ceramics. You can get that, and you can frost it with a toothpick, anything that you want to, and it will be beautiful. But it's if you will have to let it dry. I don't have any more of it, so I'm not going to use it on here. But now I'm going to come back and I'm going to tie my bows. I think I am going to use that red and green that I just got from Hobby Lobby. But I also have this multicolored plaited looking with the green in the deep red. And then I've got my truck ribbon that says special delivery. So we'll put that on there and make that 3-color bow probably this way, with this in the center, then the red to separate it with that on the outside. So we're going to do this little bow up here and a big bow on this side, but I'm going to have to glue all this in first. All right, so let's do that. Let me start up here at the top, and we'll work with this. Oh, thank you, Miss Mary Ann. It sold today. The Halloween wreath, it was so cute. I don't really do a lot of Halloween just because it's hard to find the stuff unless you order online. Like they always, I don't know why they do that. They always put Halloween decorations late, it seems like. So, but when I saw that, I thought this is going to be so cute. So I put it together. It did turn out so precious. I crossed her little legs, put it on there, and she sold today. So thank you very much. Hello, Miss Annette, Miss Lori, Miss Cynthia. Thank you all for joining us and being the best part of our show. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all for hopping on, sharing and liking our page, being a part of our live videos. Just don't forget to sprinkle, share the love. You can set your settings up in the right-hand corner of your camera or your phone. And you can click the 3 little dots, and you can go down to be notified when we come on live. That way you don't miss us. Now that vacation's over and we're back and school's fixing to start, y'all, unless I'm gone to a craft show, we should be pretty regular from here on out. So we just had not had a vacation in a while, and we just needed that little bit of time away. We really had full intentions of going live at the river doing the kids class, but we didn't have enough service. So we had gathered rocks the whole time we were there, and we went and painted rocks. So I'll have to send some pictures out of our rocks that we painted. Because this piece is so big, y'all, I am going to go down here and I'm actually going to tie it in just a little tiny bit. And then we'll put a little bow down here at the bottom too. but I don't like the way that's so loose right there. So I've got these little teeny tiny zip ties that you can get. So you just go underneath the grapevine, go underneath a couple of the vines, and then zip tie that in there. Now the other stuff's going to come up over it, so you're not going to even be able to tell that it is there, but it just secures that that piece is not going to go anywhere. Okay. And then we can glue our little pine cone a little bit more over the top of this. Just going to secure it a little bit better in there. Now you can tell how this pine cone was actually frosted with some of that no fire snow. I will actually try to pick up some of this and show y'all. I have a bunch of pine cones actually that I've collected. I do have some of them for sale in my Etsy shop. It's Blessings with Bows at Etsy.com. They're the extra large ones, not the foot long ones, but they're probably like 7 to 8 inches tall. Beautiful pine cones. They would look beautiful in a basket. But you could frost them like this. You can take clear glue, Elmer's glue on a brush and tip the edges of it and then sprinkle them with some gold glitter. That's very beautiful for fall decorations. And you can also take and put them in a big bag and put some cinnamon oil in them. Leave them sit there for just a few days and then put them out in a basket and make your whole house smell like cinnamon. Lots of good things that you can do with them. A lot of people use them for fire starters. I don't know. I think pine cones are beautiful. I saw a bunch of different little projects that you can do with little pine cones for kids and make little different animals out of them. So maybe we'll do that for one of our fall projects for the kids. You can buy them from Hobby Lobby, some little pine cones, but it's usually a little bag about this size that you can get in some little smaller ones. They usually come in a bag. Once their Christmas goes on sale, you could pick them up and do little different animals, but the ones that I've got in my shop are 6 to 8 inches. Hello, Miss Carol. Thank you guys so much. So I'm just going to hot glue this little pine cone. I'm going to come up here and stick him in here at an angle underneath this green. And I put the frosted side out because you don't want to lose that in your piece. Got a couple more little pieces here that we'll add in. Big, beautiful berries. I just love them. So when you pull these out of here, okay, so Miss Crystal, the frost that you can get, it's called No Fire Snow. If you have a ceramic shop, you can get it through there. Now, I have not checked to see if you can buy it online. We used to use it all the time in our ceramic shops when we did the big Christmas trees, you know, with the little bulbs that you put in it. I would sit there with a toothpick and I would frost every little limb on that tree to make the snow drip down. And you put it on with a toothpick. And you can just put some on the end of a toothpick and then just drip it down, and you can form your little peaks however you want to. It comes in like a little 4-ounce bottle, maybe 4 or 5-ounce bottle. And it's called No Fire Snow. It's a great, great product. I used to use it all the time, and when my mom had her ceramic shop as a kid, and it just makes a beautiful effect on pieces. So put some more of those berries down there. I'll come back and add some of these up top. Now, I have been asked to do another class on homecoming, Mom, so we will have that again this month. Just because school's starting, homecoming is right around the corner for Texas, and a lot of parents have been asking, so I do want to do that one more time for them, just to help save them some money if that's something that they want to learn how to do, especially if you have multiple children. And, you know, it all adds up, y'all. So we try to save everybody everywhere we can. So now I'm going to tie my bow and see what we're going to do with this ribbon. This ribbon is more of a flimsy ribbon. It's not very stiff. So I definitely want to put this in the center and not very much of it. And then we've got our red and green that we'll use. There's only 3 yards on here, I think. 2 yards. So there's only 6 foot of this. So it's probably going to take the whole roll to do to do both of our little bows. Oh, that's okay, Miss Karen. Yes, we're having a lovely Sunday. We are blessed. Too blessed to be stressed, right? That's the way it is. A lot of mamas getting ready for their kids to start back to school. Grandparents getting ready to help their mamas with the kids. Lots of fun times, y'all. It was so sad because, it wasn't sad. We went to the baby school today, our grandbaby, and they did a prayer over the school, which is just so awesome that we live in America and we have the freedom to do that, right? So a bunch of parents went up there. They posted it. A bunch of parents that wanted to participate went up there. And it was just the cutest thing. One of the little girls prayed, and they had another speaker there that prayed over the school and for all the kids and everything. And my cousin had posted earlier a picture of their baby's first day of school, and it was his first day of college. So I told my kids, y'all just be careful, because in a blink of an eye, your babies are going to be grown. That's just true. That's the way it happens, right? You just blink and they're grown. So, oh, thank you, Miss Donna. Thank you so much. Miss Jackie, you can. Just keep watching my videos and you will definitely learn how to make bows. Join us on the bow class on September the 1st. I think it's a Thursday night this time, because I actually have a craft show that weekend. And so I'm doing it on a Thursday night this time instead of a Friday night. But join us for that and just keep watching, because it's all about the twists and the turns, the twists and the turns. Now this ribbon I don't have V'd, but I'll V it when I come back. So you always remember that when you have a printed ribbon that's going one direction, you have to do that extra turn to keep the print side right. I know, Miss Karen, you just blink and they're grown. That's the way I feel. Our youngest is 26, Justin's 28, Ashley's 26, and then Justin's 28, and then Chad's 30. So they definitely have just grown up in such a hurry. All right, so now as y'all can see, this side the print is correct, right? So this side the truck is upright. This side the truck is not. So when you do that, you have to take the whole loop and give it a whole twist around to make your print come back upright. So just be careful when you're using the printed ribbon like that, because you definitely want the print correct on there. So now for this one, because this is going to be my little accent bow up top, I'm only going to do one loop of each on this. And you just take your pipe cleaner, tie it as tight as you can to the back of your bow. Then you can let go of it, cut your ribbons, V, however you want to do the ends. When I do my printed ribbon like this, I always try to cut where I save the print. So try to cut in between when you're cutting. Now sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, which is fine. But you always try to save the most of your print and not cut into the print. So then you can just pull your little tails, loops, everything around however you need to. Now I'm not going to really be able to know how until I get this up here, because I don't want to take away from my picture, okay? So I'm going to take this long tail. I love to use pipe cleaners on my grapevine, y'all, because that's what helps you weave it through this grapevine to be able to get that wire where you want it. And then if you run into a tight grapevine, kind of like this one is, and you need to, just use your scissors and grab that little piece of wire, pull it on through, and then you can tie it however you want to. Now be sure you get it as close as you can, tight as you can. Then take that wire and twist it about 4 or 5 times at least to secure that so that it's not going to pull loose. Because y'all be surprised when these are out on front doors and the wind comes and the winter comes and it's whipping back and forth. It plays with that bow. So you want to make sure that it's tight so that it's not going to take away or move your bow for it. Okay, so that actually worked pretty good. So we didn't take away from our sign. It covers up right here, covers up the top, and then we've got our little area down here, which I want to add a small piece down here, and then we'll do a big, beautiful bow over here on this other side. Okay? So we're just going to do exactly the same thing. Thank you, Miss Terry. Oh, thank you, Miss Hilda. It is, y'all. I'm telling you, people give up too early on bows. Get you some cheap satin ribbon. Practice, practice, practice. Take it apart. Put it back together. Take it apart. Put it back together. And don't just keep wasting material. Use that same piece of material. It's about all the twists and the turns that can make yourself a beautiful bow. Now, this area is kind of tight right here. So I'm just going to make a small little tiny accent bow to go right there. We're not going to make it anything extravagant or big. We'll do over the top on the other side. I really like this ribbon. They only had 3 of these at my Hobby Lobby, so I'm going to have to check the other ones just because it's got the green on the back. So you could reverse this however you wanted to and use either side of it. But it's really pretty with Christmas. And that's the thing, y'all. People, a lot of times, they don't think outside of the holiday that they're in. So when I buy or look for ribbons, especially outside of a season, I think, what other season can I use this for? And then a lot of times I'll buy up whatever they've got just for the fact that I can use it for other seasons. This red and green you could definitely use not only for Christmas, you could use it for fall, you could use it for, you could flip it the other way. I don't know, you could just use it for several different holidays. I was going to say St. Patrick's Day, but not really with the red. So I'm just coming back here on the back. We're going to do a little bow, nothing like the top. We're just doing short little loops because this area is very short, but it is going to go at an angle. But we definitely want to give it the full effect of all 3 ribbons being in there. So I'm going to take it and tie it. And then I'm going to come back and V my tails. Now, whatever you decide to do on the ends, whether you V it or you cut it at an angle, just be sure that you do all of them that way. And see how I cut that truck right there? It was right before the lettering, so I didn't lose it. And now this truck is upside down, so I have to take the whole thing and flip the whole piece of the bow right. So now the truck's upright. So both of our trucks are upright. So just keep that in mind when you're using ribbon that's printed on one side like that. So because this is a tight area, I'm going to have to go down here to the bottom part of this area, and I'm going to tie this right up underneath here. But we do not want it to take away from our sign. I don't like to tie into the back of the wreath. So I like when I'm done to be able to flip my wreath over and it looked like it was just a clean wreath. So I always try to tie through vertically so that it doesn't go all the way around the grapevine. So once I get it where I want, I'm going to pull it as tight as I can. And then twist it and turn it. And then cut off that excess amount of your pipe cleaner down there. Okay? So then you can take it and kind of pull it, maneuver it around, pull your tails down underneath, and then it keeps everything out of the way of your sign. You're not taking away anything from your sign. Now, it does look like you can't see that, but let me show y'all. The way the thing's sitting, it looks like this, but when it's hanging on the door, you're going to be able to see the whole sign. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and put a big, beautiful bow on that side. So now this is all the piece that we had on that one roll. Okay, so we did the two little bows, and then we've got this little piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use this actually for a tail on our next bow. So we'll just take it and crinkle it in, do our loops, and put this to the back, and then it'll be extra tails for our piece. So we didn't lose it. We're just going to entwine it into our other ribbons. So let me get another roll of this ribbon. I'm pretty sure I bought two of them, or 2 or 3 of them. So let me grab that real quick, and then I've got a swag we're going to finish after we get this done. I did, yay! Okay. So once again, y'all, this is one of the ribbons that I got at Hobby Lobby. 99 cents for the whole roll, normally $3.99. Even when they have their half price off sale, this is definitely cheaper than the half off would be. So it's a really good deal. Could you use a pine wreath to make this? You could definitely do that. The lady that purchased this had bought this sign. When I got these signs in the other night, she claimed this sign, and I just had not had a chance to do her wreath. So I was trying to finish all my orders today so that tomorrow I can start working on homecoming, because I've already got homecoming more orders coming in. Thank you, Miss Kim. Miss Kim, yours, all y'all's hot pads are going out tomorrow, all of our winners. So congratulations to everybody that won the other night. It's going to be a few days, y'all, because I've already given away all the ones that I made on our trip. But I'm going to be working on some fall Scentsy, some car freshies. So that's going to be a giveaway this week. So y'all just wait, because we're going to have some lucky winners of some car fall freshies. So that'll be something cool coming up. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. All right, so now I'm coming over here on this side, and I want my tails a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch it down and make my tail a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to take it, entwine, come up, make a little tiny loop, come back around, and it's all about the twist and the turn, y'all. Twist and turn. So I'm going to take it and twist it. Now on this ribbon, because it is so flimsy, I just want to do one loop in the center. This is just an accent to pull the colors together, okay? So I'm going to come down and cut my little tail. Now, we're on to the red, which is our middle color. So because we've got this little piece, I'm going to come in and put this in behind my bow. So I'm going to go ahead and make some shorter tails, about the same length, because this piece is going to come in behind, and it's going to be just a little bit longer. So I want 4 tails of the red. So we're going to make this just a little bit shorter. Now, had we not had this extra piece, I would have made this tail longer than this one, okay? So we'll come in, twist it in the back, turn it a half a turn, come to the other side, pinch it in the back, and turn it a half a turn. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it. Y'all know I'm left-handed, so I have to switch hands on you. And I'm going to hold that in the center. Now I'm going to come back with my extra tail, take it in, pinch it, and come to the back. Okay? Now we can finish it off with our truck ribbon. Now for this truck, I'm going to put 2 loops on either side and finish that off. So I'm going to come down and make this a little bit longer tail than my longest tail. We'll take it and twist it. And each time you're graduating your loops just a little tiny bit. Now this loop, this one is upside down. So I have to take the whole thing and give it a good little twist to bring that loop back upright. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing again with this one. Once again, each loop is graduated just a little tiny bit. Pinch it in, turn it a half a turn, come to this side, pinch it. Now this loop is upside down, so I'm going to take the whole loop and I'm going to give it a good twist. Now our trucks are all the same direction. Okay? Now I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to tie this off. You always got to make sure where your ties are so that you can catch everything. We're going to tie that off. Then once you get it tied, you can let go. Then come down and V your last tails here. I'll make that one just a little bit longer to catch that whole truck on there. And then we've got this bow that doesn't look like anything yet, but it's going to in just a minute. Now you could definitely take these tails of this red and cut them smaller, depending on what kind of look you're trying to get for your bow. So we'll see, we may end up doing that, pull a couple to the top. So that's why it's so important for you to tie this as tight as you can, because once you get it in to your bow, then you can pull and tug however you need to on your ribbons without you losing your loops. And then we end up with a beautiful bow. So I am going to cut a couple of these little red tails just a little bit shorter because I want them up top. That way it doesn't cover up all of our prints down at the bottom. Okay, and then we'll stick that beautiful bow right there on that side. So I'm going to take the wires, pull it through several pieces of this grapevine because we have a large bow that we're attaching to it, and those loops need that support. So if you just tie it on a couple of them, it's going to be secluded to that area. So if you tie it all the way through to several pieces of it, it gives the bow more of a base. And then you'll come back around and actually cut off your wires in the back. This, Miss Terry, is an 18-inch grapevine. And you just cut off your little wires. And then you have a beautiful Christmas, Merry Christmas wreath. So that's our first project for tonight, y'all. So she will be happy to know that it is finished now and be on its way hopefully tomorrow. I'll be able to get her little beauty to her. So I was working on this beautiful swag earlier. The first one that I had done actually sold. Hi, Miss Norma. So this is a teardrop. This is a 30-inch teardrop swag. This is a teardrop base. It's a pine teardrop, 30 inches. And you take it and you put it all, like, form your little greens out to the side. So you'll form it when you get it because they usually come smashed all together when you get it. Then you take and you make 12-inch cuts of your mesh. And then you do the little butterfly effect and put them all throughout the piece. Now this one has the tan in the tan in the light brown, and then it also has the orange in the light brown, or the tannish color, cream color, I guess it is. So I put those two together, and then I have a pick of fall leaves, sunflowers, some just some fall foliage, acorns down here that I've tied into it. Now you don't have to add anything other than use the pine pieces to tie all this stuff together on there. So now I've got to add my ribbons that I'm going to use for this piece. So I'm going to put some oranges and then some of that beautiful, beautiful ribbon that we have just all loved so much. And then I'm going to put a couple of pumpkins on there. So I found these beautiful little pumpkins. These came from Craft Text up in Houston. They're kind of a darky orange, and then it almost looks glittery. They've got a sheer shine to them. So I'm going to put one down here, one up here, and I'm going to come in. I'm actually going to put some beautiful ribbons in there. Now this is, I wanted to show you all this sign too. I was able to get my signs picked up from my lady. She hand paints these for me. So it says Simply Blessed, and it's in fall colors. We're going to do that sometime this week. She did this one for me. In white says Simply Blessed. And then she did Count Your Blessings in a brown, and it's more like a brown and a burgundy, and then Blessed Beyond Measures in burgundy. So there'll be beautiful fall colors that we'll be able to put some beautiful wreaths together with those. So I was excited to get those picked up. Y'all, I've been busy getting all this stuff gathered up. So let me grab some ribbons here real quick and we'll get this little beauty done. And you definitely could put some of your, let's see, does it have any turquoise in it? Let me see. Okay, we're going to use some of this beautiful fringed ribbon. I just love this so much. I'm not going to use this on there, y'all, but look how pretty this ribbon is. It's got the turquoise in it with the checkered. I just need like a whole shed of nothing but ribbon. That, you know, I don't need it, but that would be fun, right? So I definitely do not need it. Always have so much ribbon. All right, so I'm going to use this burgundy, or not burgundy, this burnt orange with this fringed orange. I don't have any more of the little fringed, the orange and checkered. I ran out of it because I've used so much of it. It was just a beautiful ribbon. So I'm going to put some of these two ribbons together. We'll do a couple little tails sticking out on either side. So for those, I'm going to cut about an 8-inch piece. Once again, y'all be very careful cutting wired ribbons over your tables. I don't know if y'all can see this. Well, see, I already lost that. So there was a little wire in there that's now loose. So be very careful when you're cutting wired ribbon so that it does not end up in your floor and in your foot. So I'm going to put these two ribbons together. I'm going to cut about 8 to 10 inch cuts. I'm going to do at least 3 of them, one at the bottom and then one on either side. And then we'll make a couple of beautiful bows. And don't worry, I've got another roll of this ribbon. This came from Hobby Lobby. So, Miss Crystal, me too. Me too. The kids are like, you don't need any more ribbon. I'm like, but I do. Y'all just don't realize how much I use, right? I really don't need any more, but oh, I could go so broke just in ribbon. So I'm taking these two pieces, putting them together, and then I'm going to V it down. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just stick them sporadically into this piece just to add a little extra in here. Y'all can hear my kitty cat. She's missing me. She knows she's going to get a bath, so as soon as I get done, she gets a bath still tonight. She's the runt of the bunch. The people that we got her off of, they gave her up, and she's just the tiniest little thing. It's so funny. I'll go in and sit down on the couch to work on something, and they'll get right up behind me and fall asleep right up behind me. I'm like, what are y'all doing? So I'm just coming in using the pine pieces and tying them into the actual pine. So you just open up the pine needles, and they've got little wires in them, and you just take it and twist them in there. So give it a good couple of twists so it's not going to go anywhere. And then kind of fold them out so that it can be seen, okay? So you're just using these as accent pieces. And then I'm going to take one, I'm going to put down at the very, very tip of it. Let's see if I can move this up for y'all. Just for a minute so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just going to come up here at the very, very tail and tie this into the bottom. Now, if you don't have enough pieces, you can definitely take a zip tie, a piece of wire, pipe cleaner, anything like that, and go in there. Miss Karen, most cats do. This cat loves to be bathed. She's a little Himalayan or Persian. The people surrendered her. She was the runt of the bunch. She has the tiniest, tiniest little nose you've ever seen in your life. And she loves to be bathed, and then she loves to be held till she dries, and then she likes to be combed out. So she's very pampered now that we have had her. But I'm always for the underdog, and I love that little kitty. It's just the sweetest little thing. She doesn't bother anybody. She just does her own thing. But she likes to have attention. So she's fussing at me because I'm in here and she's not in here with me. Alright, so now I'm going to come and I'm going to put some more of this ribbon. Now this ribbon did come from Hobby Lobby. They've got the greens, it's like a creamy yellowish color. Almost like a wheat color, this green, and then a darker burgundy color. Oh yes, so funny how some of them are. Yes, Miss Maggie, I will do that. Our little bulldog, she's something else. She is definitely something else. She always thinks she is a lap dog. She's about an 80-pound rescued bulldog. And then our other cat, we actually inherited from our son. We got it when they moved, and they hadn't had it very long. But, of course, my grandbaby didn't want to get rid of it. And so guess who ended up with it? Nanny and Peepaw. And I told him that we weren't keeping the cat, and then he got all upset and sad, and so we have two cats. But it is a sweet kitty. He is very protective of the household. He's the male dominant. He's fixed, so he is very, very protective. He is like, he'll go to the door when somebody rings the doorbell, and he'll actually growl like a dog. And I'm like, what in the world are you doing? But I swear, if anything ever happened, that cat would probably save all of our lives. I'm telling you, he's an amazing animal. And then we just have fish. The kids had all kinds of stuff growing up. They've had flying squirrels, they've had iguanas, they've had snakes, they've had, you name it, we had it. on the farm, pigs and cows and chickens and guinea pigs and hamsters and oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Turtles. We had a turtle that we got one time. The turtle lived about 11 years, and it finally passed away about 5 years after we moved down here. But we had that turtle from the time it was a little teeny tiny baby, and it was about that big when it passed away. So whenever we retire back up to our farm, told my husband I want to get a big tortoise. So I just want him to run loose in the field and just live on the farm. My friend actually in Elkhart had one. I told my brother if he ever gets rid of that tortoise, I want him. The tortoise would hibernate in the chicken coop in the wintertime and stay warm in there. And it's so funny because I'm just like, that is just the craziest thing. So I was like, if he ever gets rid of that turtle, I want him. And do you think that happened? No, he sold it. I was like, how could you have sold that? But anyway, one day we'll get one. Hopefully. My husband's not real thrilled about it, but I know turtles are so sweet. So sweet. So my son, actually, Justin, loves creatures. He's had all kind of lizards and, I don't know, Chad liked snakes. Justin liked lizards. Ashley liked all the little guinea pigs and stuff like that. They had flying squirrels. They let loose the flying squirrel one time, came home. The squirrel's running around the house. We had to capture it. I had to put on a mitten and grab it because it would bite me. So, live and learn with the kids, y'all. Live and learn. All right, guys. So I made this bow this much, and I thought I was done, but I put it up there against it, and it's not big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to put another round of ribbon behind it. So we're going to add more. So I untied my tie. I'm going to put my tail to the back, crinkle it in. I'm just going to add another layer. So 2 loops of this color, the burnt orange. And then we'll come back with 2 more loops of this beautiful fringed. So don't ever feel that if you tie something off and it's not big enough, then you can do that. Miss Karen, I am busy. Okay, so I'm an LVN. I've been an LVN for 22 years. And I am actually in school now to finish my RN. I finally got my daughter-in-law through school and my daughter. They're both RNs. And one of them is a PD nurse, Savannah, which is Wyatt's mom, is a PD nurse. And she works downtown Houston at Memorial Hermann. And then my daughter is a trauma nurse and works in the ER here in League City. And then I work in the hospital sometimes as like extra help. But I'm a clinical coordinator for home health, and then I see patients for 2 companies in the field in between everything else. So that's what I do. So always up to something. It keeps me out of trouble, y'all. Staying busy keeps me out of trouble. Not that I ever get in trouble, but just saying. So I actually signed up for my nursing entrance test. I've got 3 classes to finish, online classes to finish, and then I can do the transition. And so hopefully within the year, probably about a year and a half, I'll have my RN so that I can maybe just teach and then I can do this full time. That's my goal. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Always busy. But it just, I don't know. I told y'all early on that I'm one of those people, if I could learn how to do everything in this world, I would love to learn how everything works and does and play every instrument, play the harp, the beautiful, just all kinds of stuff. I would just love to learn how to do it all. So as I can, I learn what I can and just keep going. But sometimes I get into a bind when I don't have enough of me to go around. So, but yeah, I would like to eventually teach at a college so that I could do my crafting full time and then just do like a night class teaching or a weekend teaching or something, and then be like a case manager at the hospital or a part-time something. I don't know. I don't ever plan on retiring. That's my goal, is to stay busy and do as long as I possibly can. Even if I'm 80 seeing patients, that's okay. As long as I got my wits to me, that's what I want to do. So, all right, y'all. So this looks much better. Look how pretty that bow is, y'all. So beautiful. I love the colors of this. Love the bow. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to actually attach it to the top. I'm going to take it all the way to the back of this, around the whole piece, and tie it as tight as you can, and then twist those little wires. Making sure that it's good and tight. Okay. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to actually glue my pumpkins in here. Now this piece is not sold yet. It will be available in the Etsy shop in the morning. Let's see, I think I've decided to put one down here towards the bottom, and then we'll stick the other one up here at the top. Now when you're gluing these pumpkins in that do not have any wires or anything to attach it to, you put hot glue over one side of it, but you have to make sure that you're getting into the actual green tinsel of these. Otherwise, it's not going to hold, okay? So you always push all your mesh out of the way, put your green down so that you can glue this in 2 or 3 spots. So when you put that glue all over this side, then you're going to stick it in and attach it very, very firmly into there, and hold it until it dries, and then it'll be fine. It'll secure it nice and well. So one of these sides is a little flatter. That's the side I want to put back to the mesh part. I mean the greenery part. So let's see here. Probably do that one there, and then we'll put the other one down here on this bottom corner. So when you're putting your greenery in and putting all your mesh in, you want to kind of get an idea where you want to put your attachments, where you want to stick your pumpkins, or if you have something else, you want to make sure where that's going. So you want to put it at a little bit of a tilt of an angle so that you can see the top of that, okay? So I'm going to put the hot glue all around to the back. So the fall base, it's 11 p.m. time for sleeping. Your crafts are, oh, thank you, Miss Karen. Good night. The actual base for this, these swags, y'all can get at craftoutlet.com. Craftoutlet.com. I will post that here in just a minute for y'all. They have actually different sizes of them. You can actually get them through Craft Text too here in Houston. You can also buy them from there. Now, Craft Text, you have to have a $150 minimum order. Craft Outlet, you have to have a $69. You can order anything, but it's free shipping at $69. So let me type that in here for y'all. Craftoutlet.com. And it's all one word on there, not two. I don't know why it's spaced like that. And then the other one is Craft Text. Craft Text is here in Houston. It is a beautiful, they have a beautiful Christmas store. If y'all are down here, it's over by the Galleria area. They are very, very busy during the Christmas season. Crafttext.com. So look up both of those. That's where you can get these bases. Now, Craft Text actually has a 42-inch teardrop swag that is a, I cannot remember the kind of pine material that it is. It is absolutely stunning. It is the biggest, fullest swag that I have found out there. And you can actually layer a couple different swags on there and get a really, really full, beautiful swag. I will post a couple of pictures that I have done a couple years ago for a lady. One of them was done with elves, and the other one was done in glittered butterflies, that she wanted one for her mother-in-law and one for her. They went and got all the stuff, and I just assembled them for them. But we are going to do, I've got some 40-inch, I think those are 40 that I got from Craft Tech, or from craftoutlet.com. They were actually going to do a couple of Santas on there. So you need the bigger ones to put something like this. We're going to come back with the red and green mesh, and then do some big, beautiful Christmas balls on there. So we're going to do him probably within a few weeks. Let me just say that, a few weeks. I can't promise anything right this second on that timing. But Emily, my daughter-in-law, wants one for her house, and so she actually got that Santa when we were up there a few weeks ago getting stuff for their fundraiser. And she goes, I don't care what you do with him, just make him for me. So I've got him to do, and of course I had to get myself one. Which, if I had to guess, I would imagine mine will end up at Wyatt's house. We'll see. He's so funny. He loves those hot pads that I make, y'all. He said, Nanny, I knew if he saw them, he would want them. He goes, I think that my mommy needs all of them. And I said, well, baby, these are already taken. You can't have these. So he goes, no, I think my mommy needs them. He will. If he sees those laying around, he will grab them and take them to the house. Miss Rhonda, the Santa face came from Craft Text in Houston. So they have them out in their Christmas building. And these pumpkins are probably, let me see. Thought I brought my tape measure in here. Maybe I did not. I buy like tons of these. Get them at Hobby Lobby, y'all. These are about 6-inch pumpkins. 6 inches by about 4 inches. Okay, so it works really, really good on this 30-inch swag. You don't want much bigger than that. The 36-inch swags, you can get by with the larger pumpkins, but these smaller pumpkins work great on the smaller swags. Just making sure all my tails are good. All right, let me show you this real quick. This is one of the picks that we used. We used 4 of these on that garland we made the other day. So this is a pick that you can get at Hobby Lobby. It comes in this orange, and it also comes in the white. Oh, Miss Maggie, you will love it. You will love it. The only thing I can say is bring lots of money, girl, because you will be head over heels. They have, oh my gosh, y'all, you could get so lost in that place with their ribbon. They have an entire, half of their building is ribbon, half of their building is silk flowers, every kind you could imagine. Then they have a Christmas building, and they opened up a new Christmas for all their greens, Christmas trees, swags, garlands, that kind of stuff. But then some of their actual garlands go from $300 to $700 to $1,000 in there. They catered to the Galleria downtown area, and oh my gosh, you're just in awe. You walk in there. They have a Christmas tree this year that is made of a circus, and it has big elephants coming out of it. It's probably about a 14-foot, 16-foot tree. It has they took hula hoops and wrapped them with Christmas lights. It has monkeys swinging in it. Oh my gosh, you just go in there and you're just in awe of that place. Go and be, it is. That is so true, Miss Maggie, so true. But if you had a bigger swag, like a 36 to 40-inch swag, you could definitely use these bigger ones on there. It kind of would overpower this one just because it is a little bit bigger. But for your 30-inch swag, these little pumpkins make it a good size. So guys, that is all that we finished 2 pieces tonight, so I'm pleased. It turned out really, really pretty, really full. This will be in the Etsy shop in the morning if it doesn't get claimed tonight. So y'all be sure to let me know how I can pray for y'all. If there's anything that I can ever do for you guys, if you have any questions, please feel free. Don't hesitate to ask. And Miss Maggie, maybe I'll see you at Craft Tex someday, being up there. I try to go on the weekends after I get through seeing patients. I'll be like, I'm just going to run to Craft Tex real quick. But they have the big Christmas balls that I'm going to use for those candlesticks for Christmas. They have all kinds of Christmas size balls. I mean, just the you just get so tongue tied over there. The ribbon in that, they have ribbon from $12 to $15 a roll to hundreds of dollars a roll. So I did not sell my garland yet, Miss Anna. It's still in my Etsy shop. It ended up being $159 shipped in the United States. So if anybody's looking for a beautiful garland, it is still available. I've had lots of people comment on it. One lady said she's going to let me know tomorrow, but it is still there. And so if anybody's looking for one, that is still available. Well, I hope y'all have a blessed night. Happy Sunday to everybody. Oh, sorry, Miss Myra, I kept you up too late. Thank you guys for the stars. Y'all have a wonderful night. Happy Monday to everybody tomorrow. I will see you guys back on this week sometime, and we'll see what else we can create. Okay, guys? Good night, everybody. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Good night. Bye, y'all.